What we're going to talk about today is Training Advisor. And I'm pleased to tell you that it's the one product that, if you're currently in support with TechConnect, doesn't cost you a cent to use. And it will allow you to make some strategic development decisions here in terms of how you will move forward with your people, because people are the most important investment in any organization. Right now, today, for every 10 people that leave or retire, most companies are only allowed to replace them with 4, 5, or 6 people, not the normal 10. The other thing is that people that are a little older, like myself, that have been in the business for a while, we learned automation slowly. As the technology changed, we learned bits and pieces. We went from DC drives to AC drives to servos, and we learned in bits and pieces. Now, if somebody were to walk in your plant, that new person would have to understand 10 times more about technology today than a generation ago. And in addition, everybody in here has new product and old product in their plant. So to support that is a real challenge, I would imagine. Training is money well spent for your company and for those employees. So what is Training Advisor? You know, Training Advisor essentially is an online assessment tool that allows you to determine through a snapshot in time today what level of knowledge your people have and where the skills gaps are. And essentially, we're taking a look at all the training that Rockwell does in these 2 catalogs. And by the way, these are no longer available in print, but you can go to rockwellautomation.com and download both of them, both the automation catalog and the craft skills. And essentially what you're allowed to do, what we've done is we've captured all of the information in those dozens of classes, all the task lists, the testing, and we've downloaded that onto a server. That if you have a TechConnect contract with us, you're allowed to go in and create an assessment based on particular skills in a particular group. As an example, you may have a particular group of people that are working as Tech Level 1 or Field Service 1, and they all have similar job responsibilities. You would be able to create a test online to assess which skills they're strong in and which skills they're weak in. And you'd be able to determine as a group where you stand, as well as individually by person, and be able to train to that. Also, it makes it very easily to set these up. We include templates that you can use, and you can also import and export lists of students for that. We're going to give you reports and identify all the skills gaps on a summary report, and we're going to offer recommendations for training as a group and individually as you move forward. Now, the most important thing in training is time. Time away from the job while they're training, and also cost. And time equals cost. So if we can hone directly in on the skills gap with our folks and train on those gaps as opposed to overall, it'll be better for your organizations and better for those folks, and it will cost less money. And that's really the goal here of Training Advisor. It'll allow you to produce a report that looks just like this. And as you can see, we've tested these folks here on these technologies. We're also allowed to determine what the passing score would be on those tests, and it's different for each technology. Obviously, we're using a color code scheme here to determine, you know, good, bad, or otherwise here. Obviously, green is good, indicates that they have knowledge. Yellow is caution, and red means we have to do a little more training. So by doing this test and breaking this out on these technologies, and again, it's all the technologies available from Rockwell in addition to craft skills like pneumatics and hydraulics, and safety even is included in these testing. So by doing this, it's going to allow you to hone in on specific groups to train those folks. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to develop an individual training plan based on those results. And I know this is small and difficult to see, but essentially, Tech Level 1, these are all the assessments here, and then we're also giving all the individual course descriptions here. You can actually push on that, click on that link, and it'll bring up an actual description. The other thing is that we can tailor that training for you. You don't have to sit through a whole 5-day RS Logix 5000 course. There may be a list of 20 things you need to know that we can train in 2 days versus 5. That's where the cost savings would come. Maybe we combine that with an HMI class or an Ethernet class or a drives class. And if we do that, we can put more training into less time and give you more value, Marco. We'll also give you an actual roadmap of the classes that you would take, the order that you would take them in, and again, there's that course description that we're also going to include with that. We're also going to help you prioritize which classes, and we're going to tell you whether it's an immediate need, a high need, or a moderate need. Again, helping you to prioritize where do I start and where do I go, give you a training roadmap for your folks. We have several different ways of doing it. The easiest way to get access to Training Advisor is to simply renew your TechConnect remote support agreement with Rockwell. If you do that when we deliver the welcome kit, you'll get your contract number, all your login information, and you'll be able to go on and log in and create assessments for each different job or skills category within your organization. Now, we also, for people that don't have TechConnect, there are some purchase options available. We have 30-day increments and annual subscriptions for those that aren't currently in support. Why is it important? We think the equipment in our plant is the most important asset, but really it's our folks. With people leaving, new people coming in, it's important that they be trained so that they'll stay. You'll also get an idea of where each employee stands so that they can reach their true potential. But the real key here is to keep your plant up and running and minimize downtime. And if we can help you to do that, that'll be good for your organization as well as the individual. Just like with our TechConnect remote support, if you have questions or issues with this, we have phone and email support available. You can call our TechConnect hotline. Even if you don't have a TechConnect, we still have a hotline that you can call and an option that you can call to get help in setting this up. And I'd be glad to come out and help you work with that as well.